All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start off by giving all praises and all blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha HaKwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the elect of Israel. Okay, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, risking life and livelihood in doing so. Especially in these days and in these times. You know, um, Time is getting much, much shorter. All right, and that's all praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai for that, because we won't have to endure too much more of this devil's weirdership. All right, or leadership. All right, it's just weird. Okay. Um, Shalom to the women and the children. Okay, who watch and who learn as well. All right. And so I don't know the name of this video. I'm going to title this video, but I'm going to start this video off. All right, it's not going to be long. All right. Um, about a story that I saw, and it's with this comedian. Okay. Charleston White. All right. And it said Charleston White got jumped in Texas in the middle of his comedy show. All right. So this guy got jumped. All right. Uh, he was on stage. All right. Doing his show. All right. And a nigga. All right. A nigga. All right. Um, ultimately winded up coming on stage. Okay, not just one. There were a few coming on stage and putting their hands on this individual. Now, my thing is, where is these niggas at with George Zimmerman, man? Okay, you got a lot of these Jays looking at this guy Charleston White, mostly because this guy he makes fun. He made fun of the Hebrew Israelites and said some things, and hey, Jake is in their ignorance, man. We understand that, okay? And we're not going to get bent out of shape, when these people say what they say, because ultimately, the Lord is going to deal with them. We've been through this, all right? We've been through this over and over again, man, and the results are always, these people who heckle and who scoff against the Lord, against this ministry, they end up on the wrong side of history. Okay, on the wrong side of the history of things. All right, and it's woof. You can look at some of the things that comedian Ricky Harris. Okay, how things ended for him. Okay, Tidal. Okay, and there are others, man. Even leading up to the guy Polite. Okay, which that guy wasn't a comedian. Okay, although what he was teaching was a joke. All right. We didn't. There was no. Nothing issue. He came up against the Hebrew Israelites. All right. He even had a debates with Hebrew Israelites in which he lost all of those debates. Okay, and what happened from those debates? The people who were believing the things that he, was teaching, okay, that vibe that he was bringing, the people still believed in that. All right. Uh, and ultimately, okay, the thing that uh, he was warned against, all right, by the apostles, okay, because he came up and asking, he came up and asked, is rape in the scripture? Is rape in the scriptures? All right. Then, he was, given the answer. Okay. It's there in the scriptures. And, um, you know, can you, how do you, deal with, women? All right. Uh, yeah, there's interest in instances where, an Israelite man in his 40s, okay, 50s, all right, uh, can assume a daughter as young as whenever she comes up on has her period, okay, up and that's up up to the parent, okay, and there's instances where that's happened. There's instances here in America, Babylon the Great, which they switched that law up, where you have individuals who have taken young wives. All right, I believe even some of the people who worked on ah, oh man, my elbow. People who worked on I did a video actually in which it gave some information. I believe some individuals who worked on the creation of the atomic bomb, all right, may have acquired wives, at young ages, through the consent of their parents, all right. But we saw what happened with Polite, and one of the main things is this, all right. Esau, he hops on stage. You have these presidents, all right, these people who run for president, these people who run for different office, okay, and they jump on stage all day the day long, and they say things, and you know it's not favorable to the best interest of Jake, of our people, and nothing happens to these people. All right, you know uh, Jake never jumps on stage when one of these heathen nations are spewing out some madness, and especially against Jake. Again, you got people like George Zimmerman. All right, you have a whole lot of what was her name, Sandra Bland. All right, I believe it was in Texas. All right, where the police uh, choked her to death, and you just got this over the country. But Jake don't rise up to go in and get these people, find these individuals. Okay, George Zimmerman. Okay, he's out signing, autographed Skittle bags. So but you don't get no big gorilla, okay, orangutan Jake, okay, with the spirit to go bounce on George Zimmerman, okay. But see, only when it comes to dealing with your own kind, all right. When Jake, you could be out there teaching, okay, and here comes a ninja want to come change your doctrine and shut you up here, and he's not teaching anything. And then you got these Israelites, they only learn, okay, 2 or 3 weeks of this truth, okay. Now they cut you out, and now they're the teacher, and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. So like I said, this is going to be a short video. I'm gonna get one scripture, And this is 1 John 2:11. Oh man, I am recovering. I haven't had a stuffy nose. All right, I'm right now. I want to sneeze. It's just there, but it's not coming out. It's just irritating. But I haven't had a stuffy nose in quite some time. And yesterday, for these last couple of days, I mean, man, it's been terrible. Not able to breathe out of your now I got something like it's just lingering. But let me get this scripture. 1 John, all right, 2:11. And it says, but he that hateth his brother is in darkness, okay, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness has blinded his eye. All right. And this is the case with Jake. Okay. Jake is, he's been raised by in one way or another by the so-called black woman. All right. And she hates, okay, after Esau, okay, is her. Okay. The number 2 hater of the Israelite man. All right. And so, you ask Jake, you see these guys, they, jumped on stage, and Jake gets swole, and, what do you swole for? What do you Jake don't know. He don't have answers. Okay. Because he walks in blindness. Okay. Nigga 58, throwing up gang signs, man. It's a lucky I didn't want to do that, but it was irritating me, And I know that, brothers and sisters, they hate to hear someone when they're under the weather, okay? But yeah. So that's all I wanted to get on that. All right. And yeah, look at this comment. I'm not gonna even go into all these comments, but it says he getting what he asking for. Okay. But what about Zimmerman? What about these Edomites that over the years have just, done things to Jake? Okay. They get a pass, all right? and this guy who's just talking, all he is doing is just talking, all right? He's not, carrying out any action to go and put his hands on anyone. And guess what? See, and Jake wants to spring into action. That animalistic behavior. That animalistic nature. Okay, because the Most High has put the spirit of a lowly beast on Jake, man. Okay, Jake has the spirit of a lowly beast, man. All right. Jake doesn't know why why he's even doing the things that he does. This, comedian, he's on stage and he's, cracking his jokes and saying what he says. And you, okay, because you were raised by that nigger woman. Okay, so you're in an emotional tampon, all right? That's all you are, okay? An emotional tampon, all right? And then you spring, okay, right into action. Can't even go to a comedy show. Yeah, you're sensitive. He getting what he asking for. Okay. So, that's all I was gonna get on this before I go into something else. I got another video that I wanna, get out, a few more. So with that being said, till next time, Shalom.